It is goodbye CNN Plus, less than a month after its launching date. Today, CNN says its streaming service will shut down at the end of the month. The service aimed to attract younger people to CNN as the cable news audience ages. The company brought in big names like former Fox anchor Chris Wallace and chef Allison Roman. Media critics, though, questioned if a paid news streaming service could compete in a crowded arena with many free other news options available.
Much later.
CNN now, which already failed with CNN Plus, which they shut down after like a month or whatever it was and took a multi-$100 million write-off. CNN now is going to put a paywall in place and charge $3.99 a month for heavy users of CNN. I think this is going to be a disaster.
Dead man walking.
In a previous video, we discussed certain cable channels, and another video we discussed also certain apps that were going away. We knew of the Crackle and Popcorn Flicks and Redbox that they've shut down already. We gave you a list of several cable networks. We know that Scripps and another news network have shut down. But now we're finding out that CNN, who used to be very good with their news, they were one of the earliest 24-hour cable news networks that has fallen from grace. There's no longer the original CNN that it used to be for news integrity. Basically now what they've done, which they tried to do this previously, to launch their own CNN app. They're basically behind a paywall, which failed miserably. Now they've taken their CNN.com and put it behind a paywall. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. CNN.com is now behind a paywall. So let's read into this. From Cord Cutter News, CNN launches a new subscription service with the original video content and locking some news stories behind a paywall. CNN is taking another shot at digital subscription game. Starting Tuesday, the news giant will begin rolling out a paywall on CNN.com, its popular news website. Heavy users will be asked to pay $3.99 per month or $29.99 annually for unlimited access to articles and premium video content, as first reported by Variety. This move marks CNN's return to subscription models after a short-lived CNN Plus streaming service was scrapped in 2022. Unlike CNN Plus, which offered live programming and original series, this new paywall focuses on enhanced the CNN.com experience with exclusive features and reduced ad load for subscribers. Yeah, that's right. They're charging you. Think about this. You're probably going to get certain news stories or articles, and they're going to have heavy on the advertisement. If you don't want the ads, you got to pay out. Think about that. Subscribers will gain access to a library of flash documentaries, interactive features like an electoral map explorer, and eventually more video content featuring prominent CNN anchors and correspondents, while text articles will remain central to the CNN.com platform, aims to evolve with a greater emphasis on video and expert insights. This strategic shift comes as CNN faces increasing competition from rivals like Fox Nation, CBS News, NBC News, and ABC News, who all have established their presence in the streaming and digital subscription arena. CNN hopes to leverage its strong brand recognition and journalistic expertise to attract subscribers and diverse its revenue streams. The company acknowledges that building a substantial subscription base will take a couple of years. They plan to closely monitor their user engagement and adapt their strategic accordingly. While CNN.com subscription won't include access to the live CNN cable channel, it will offer a more robust and immersive digital experience for news enthusiasts willing to pay for premium content. Whether this new venture will succeed or CNN Plus falter remains to be seen, but it signifies CNN determination to adapt and thrive in the evolving media landscape. No, it won't. I don't think this will do well. At first, it might keep them on the map, but you got to remember, the article says, Fox Nation, CBS, NBC News, all that. They're leaving out one of the most important: YouTubers, Rumble, and also X. There are very many content creators that does news reading, that have discussions, that have guests, including like this particular channel itself, Madman with the Show and Q2Cast TV. Are we planning to rebrand and change things around? We hope. We are right now. We're just trying to set up. That is our major emphasis right now. Get our act together here, put ourselves together, and then begin to expand outward. Of course, that takes money and time. But there are others like Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, and you have The Quartering, you have Nerdrotic, and many others, Geeks and Gamers, that have been there for quite some time and have put out good content, good leverage content, to the point that they've given their perspective, and networks are afraid of. The news networks are afraid of them. There have been those online that have been trying to shut down. Lately, Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers, they've been attacked on by those who have been trying to shut them down. But YouTube, surprisingly, YouTube hit back on it and saying that there's nothing wrong with these channels, and they're not. There's nothing wrong with them. We're giving our opinions to what is going on in the world as far as their channels goes, entertainment. This particular channel, we've given our response to the pop culture, to what's going on here in New York. The level of situations that we have major problems here. And we're trying to give the best coverage we can. There's a lot out there that's going on. We discuss about what's going on with the Mayor Adams indictment. The deep rabbit hole that it's going in. But also we have such crime situations. We have situations with the MTA that they're not covering, their bases properly. That they're just cutting back on there and blaming it on congestive pricing. But they started doing this before this, before congestive pricing. They expected to pay things out with this. And CNN, you have channels that are doing better than them. MeTV, Grit. These are regular channels. These are not news channels. There are TV regular channels that are doing better than them. Tim Pool does better than CNN primetime. Think about that for a minute. You could hate Tim Pool as much as you can, as much as a lot of people do. But the thing about it is, he does bring people to the plate. He's had politicians, those in the news media. He brings correspondents, and he invites both ends of the spectrum. The left and the right. Just the left hasn't really stepped up to sit at in the chair in his studios. Because they're afraid of how Tim Pool will bring for it. And the thing about it is, Tim Pool is not far right. He's not. And the thing about it is, the media, they tell us we're this far right, white supremacist and all that. And so I'm Hispanic. I'm the white supremacist. I tell what is actually going on out there. I discuss what is going on out there. We've discussed here, and we got coming up, here in October, what's going on with, some people have been asking about Mercedes Carrera. Hopefully we're going to trial this month. We hope. We cross fingers somewhere about middle of the month. We hope. We have a woman that's going in, and her husband that's been in there will be going on 6 years soon. 6 years in jail without being trialed. That they should have been released a long time ago. There are violations of the Constitution there. And this is happening throughout the country. And we've discussed this. We've discussed the issues that are going on in the adult industry. Because there's a lot going on. There's censorship going on. We discuss anime and manga. We discuss topics that the news media refuses to cover. Or they put 5 seconds of their coverage on there. This is stuff that's important to you, my subscribers, you, my viewers. And like I said, we keep saying, we hope that, I've earned your subscription today. For those of you out there, I know there are a lot of you who do click on these videos, but they haven't subscribed yet. And take that moment, subscribe, because that helps us. That helps us move up. Rumble, we're monetized and we're starting to move up the notches very slowly, but at least we're getting better results there than here on YouTube. I'm at the point as far as viewership at the first level to add the more things to this channel, super chats and stuff like that. But I'm not ready yet to put that, and for the reason is that I should be far more beyond that. I should be fully monetized, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to add stuff to the channel that basically will keep me at this level if I don't get full monetization. I was supposed to have been full. Actually, I was fully monetized, and then YouTube changed the rules. And that's what happened to this channel. And we faltered downward on a downward spiral as far as viewership for some time. Now, finally, after about 3.5, 4 years, we're finally back moving into monetization soon. We're over our 1,000. I think we're about 1,180 almost as far as subscribers, but our views have been fluctuating. When you click on that video, stay with it, because I know there are people who comment and say, "Hey, your video is this way. Watch the entire video." Because a lot of the times, I answer the stuff that you put in the comments line. But I don't mind you commenting. I will tell you, watch the entire video. Get your perspective on that. If you got your perspective from watching some of it, okay, that's okay as well. As long as you watched at least 50% of the video. Most of the end is, this kind of a discussion that we have at the end. Some people will skip those. They'll skip over those. But they're important just as well. But, when it comes to CNN, and the thing about it is, I'm old enough to remember the beginning of CNN. I remember when they launched themselves. They made a movie about that. It was the situation in Iraq and Iran that put them on the map. That they were the only ones basically they were able to report. They were beating out ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox as far as what was going on in the Mideast. This made them strong as a 24 hours network. They had a lot of great coverage in that time period. No one would have thought, why would we need a 24-hour news network back then? That it was an insane idea, but it was done anyway. Remember, cable TV, okay, when television first came up in the 50s, we didn't have 24-hour channels. Networks didn't go on for 24 hours a day. Programming stopped at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night and went off the air. And that was the same thing when cable TV came in. HBO started somewhere like between noon and 1, depending on the day, if it was a weekend or a weekday, started about between 12 and 4 p.m., 12 noon to 4 p.m., in that range, and then finished off their broadcasting day around 1, 2 in the morning, and then that was it. They were off. There was no early morning cable movies that they were running on there. But when CNN started to come into it, that's when everyone started to look at it and say, hey, listen, people are up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because some of us work. Some of us work from home. And, sometimes we like to pop on a little entertainment while we're working in the background. Because the only thing we had in a 24-hour service was the radio. Yeah, you think about that. But now, flash forward to today, CNN.com putting a paywall on their services. Folks, this is not going to work out well for CNN. It's not. It isn't. This could be the last nail on CNN's coffin. We could be seeing the end of CNN unless it's bought out by somebody. It needs to be rebuilt. CNN needs to be rebuilt from the bottom up as far as a news network. Like I said, there are a lot of content creators that do better than CNN itself. So comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think this is a right move for CNN? Is this a wrong move for CNN? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share this video. We really do appreciate you clicking on this video because I know you have thousands and thousands of choices throughout the social media platforms right out there. Rumble, YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey. There's a lot out there that's available to you. X also. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.